Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining Parkinson Voice Project for today's online Speak Out Home practice session. My name is Samantha Ellendary, and I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. And today's topic, we're going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day one day early, and if you were in the clinic, I would be getting pinched. I'm not wearing green, but the topic for today is St. Patrick's Day. Everybody say Happy St. Patrick's Day. Ready? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Are you speaking out? You say it by yourself now. And one more time together, we're going to lift and speak out. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Today, I really want you to work on not trailing off at the end of your sentences. Make sure that last word, that last syllable is still, going forward. We're not trailing off. Let's say Happy St. Patrick's Day one more time. Ready? Happy St. Patrick's Day. Very good. Now you're ready for the weekend. Let's all take a sip of water with intent, and we will get started with the exercises. After we do the counting, I'm going to share some really good news with you. Since 2018, Parkinson Voice Project has been awarding training grants to hospitals, universities, rehab clinics, private practices. Our goal is to make our Speak Out therapy program accessible to everyone with Parkinson's across the U.S. and abroad. And the way that we're helping to make that happen is to provide grants to clinics to train their speech pathologist. Yesterday was the deadline for the applications, for the grant applications, and after we do the counting, I'm going to share with you how many people applied for a grant, how many clinics. Let's go ahead and start with the first Speak Out exercise, the warm-up. Every syllable with intent, every syllable projected forward. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Don't trail off. Do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. One more time. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good job. Go ahead and take a sip of water. I love this image that Lisa came up with for St. Patrick's Day. Everybody, again, say Happy St. Patrick's Day with intent. Ready? Happy St. Patrick's Day. We will keep doing that today so that we are working on not trailing off. Speak Out exercise number 2 is the ahs. Deliberately open your mouth wide and project that ah forward. Here we go with intent. Ah. Very good. Let's do it again. Keep the mouth open. If you need, remember that you always need to open your mouth more than you think you do. Just like when you take a photo and you smile, you have to smile a lot bigger than you think you do. That's just the way it is with Parkinson's. So let's exaggerate and do another ah. Ah. Good. All the way to the end. So think I need to start strong and end strong. Again. Ah. Let's do a shorter ah with intent. Ah. If it's not clear, like the way mine sounded, you need to project out a little bit more. One more time. Ah. Good job. We are being purposeful. We're focusing. We are being deliberate. Let's all pick up our cups or our glasses of water. Take a sip of water with intent. That means think about it. Oh, and I just felt that go the wrong way. Don't you hate it when that happens? Not good. All right. Let me take another sip and I'll be more careful, use more intent. We really have to concentrate, don't we? All right. Now, you notice that I started coughing. It felt like it went down the wrong way, and I started coughing. When we're doing these exercises, you want to use enough intent so that you will have a nice, strong cough. Have you thought about the fact that when you talk, you have to take a real deep breath and then move the air up to make the vocal folds vibrate? And when you cough, you have to do the same thing. You have to take a really deep breath and then cough. But people with Parkinson's that don't go through speech therapy often have a very weak cough because they are not taking a deep enough breath. They're not expanding the lungs enough. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and do the first glide. Steady ah, then glide up. Ah. Ah. Good. Let's go ahead and do another one. Make sure you relax. Try to relax while you do this. Let your voice do the work. Ah. Ah. Very nice. Let's do it again. Good. Are you using intent? These glides are not easy, but they're probably, if I had to choose the most important speak out exercise, I think I would choose the glides. Let's do one more. Very good. We've done the warm-ups, the ahs, the glides. We need to take a sip of water. I need to use more intent. Yes. All right. Let's do that. Do you have plans for St. Patrick's Day? I'm going to show you this cute image. Again, everybody say Happy St. Patrick's Day with intent. Ready? Happy St. Patrick's Day. And I do know that we are a day early. We are a day early. The next speak out exercise is the counting. We're going to coordinate our breathing muscles with our vocal folds and our articulators. Everybody say articulators. And don't trail off. Ready? Articulators. Project forward. Again. Articulators. One more. Articulators. So we're always reaching towards the end of our sentence. Think of it that way. That helps a lot of people. When you speak, like I just did, we're always reaching for the end. Do you see what I'm talking about? Let's try it with the counting. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Reach for the end. 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. So we're always reaching towards the end. When you talk, okay, today, tomorrow, all weekend, I want you to reach for the end. Always reaching towards the end. Let's do this backwards. 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. Reach for the end. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's go ahead and go down. Hopefully you're using an iPad or computer so you can see this more clearly. We're going down with intent. 1, 5, 9, 13. 2, 6, 10, 14. 3, 7, 11, 15. 4, 8, 12, 16. Good job. We're done with the warm-up, the ahs, the glides, the counting. Now, while you get your water, I'm going to share some wonderful news for you. You know that Parkinson Voice Project's clinic is in Richardson, Texas, and we are able to treat anybody in the state of Texas. So if you don't have a Speak Out provider in your area and you live in Texas, call us and we will help you. We can only treat people in Texas because a speech pathology license is good per state. There is no national license. So that's great for everybody in Texas, but what about the rest of the world? We provide grants since 2018 to train speech language pathologists everywhere. This year we had 3 different kinds of grants. We offered our Speak Out training for 50% off the usual price. We had a little bit over 200 speech language pathologists take advantage of that grant discount this year. So that's 200 more Speak Out providers who are in the process of taking our training right now. Then, listen to this. We have 278 hospitals, universities, private practices, other rehab organizations. 278 clinics apply for one of our training grants. That means that we will train at least 2 speech pathologists at each of these clinics, and we will also be running roundtables every month to meet with these clinics to make sure the quality of the treatment is good. And then the final announcement. We are replicating our free online program. I'm talking about the way we run Parkinson Voice. It's called our Campaign to Reach America, and we are looking for a clinic, a university, one in every state, to do what we do. Don't charge for our services and provide treatment online to anyone in the state. We hope to establish at least 12 centers this year, and I'm happy to report that we received 40 applications from universities who want to be named the center in their state. 40 applications. So we will be going through those applications, and hopefully we will find 12 great clinics that we will work very closely with. Maybe we'll find more. All right. That was my big announcement. I'm very excited about it. And thank you to all of you, because it is from your holiday challenge donations and other donations you make that we're able to award these grants to help more people. Here we go. Time for our reading. Let's read these sentences with intent, and we're going to reach towards the last word of every sentence. Here we go. March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. Reach for that last word. Let's read it again. March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. Again. March 17th is St. Patrick's Day. And I am aware that today is the 16th. We're just doing this a day early. Next. The Irish have observed this holiday for over 1,000 years. Again, the Irish have observed this holiday for over 1,000 years. Reach towards the end. Don't push at the end. Project out a little bit more. Let's try this next one. One way to celebrate is by wearing green. Again, one way to celebrate is by wearing green. Let me ask you, do you have something green you can wear tomorrow? Are you speaking with intent? Are you reaching for that last word? Next sentence. The first St. Patrick's Parade took place in America. Again. The first St. Patrick's Parade took place in America. Next. There are more than 100 parades in the United States. Reach for that last word. Let's read it again. There are more than 100 parades in the United States. Does your city have a St. Patrick's Day parade? Next. The biggest celebrations are in New York and Boston. Don't trail off. Let's do it again. The biggest celebrations are in New York and Boston. Let's do it again. Come on, use more intent. The biggest celebrations are in New York and Boston. Take a sip of water with intent. Now we're going to practice speaking out in conversation. And this is how I want you to speak all the time. As you describe the images, I want you to focus even more on that final word, making your speech strong at the beginning all the way to the end. Describe this first picture with intent. Let's see what Lisa came up with. Here we go. Let's read these with intent. Corned beef, cabbage, cutting board, knives, white bowl. So when you are describing pictures, you can name like single items, like what Lisa is doing, or you can turn it into a conversation and use full sentences. So you might say, in this picture, I see a cutting board with corned beef on it. I see 2 knives that have a black handle, and there's also a white bowl that has cabbage in it. Okay? You need to practice. This is how you work on conversation. Describe this image. You can say single words or describe it in full sentences. Go ahead with intent. You always want to challenge yourself a little bit. Let's go ahead and read these with intent. Green River in Chicago, bridge, skyscrapers, downtown, and another bridge. Describe this picture with intent. Use full sentences for this one. Let's read these with intent. Shamrocks, sugar cookies, green icing, gold sprinkles, white plate. Let me ask you, do you like these kinds of cookies? Would you like to have one of those? When you answered, did you use your best voice? If you were to use full sentences and think about reaching to the end, you might say, in this picture, I see a white plate. I see, I think, maybe 5 or 6 cookies, sugar cookies, that are shaped like shamrocks, and they have green icing on them with what looks like gold sprinkles. Okay? So you see how I described that picture. You can describe pictures from a magazine or other photographs from a photo album maybe. Go ahead and describe this picture in full sentences. How are you doing? Let's read these words. Parade, bagpipes, drum, Irish flag, green and yellow outfits, city street. Let's read it again. More intent. Ready? Parade, bagpipes, drum, Irish flag, green and yellow outfits, city street. All right, take a sip of water. We're going to do Dr. Boone's words, and then we will do our bonus reading. I'm so excited about the grant program. I want all of you to have access to a Speak Out provider in your area, and that's the whole purpose that we have this grant program, and we owe it to a family that has been in our program for a long time. In 2018, they made a gift of $1.3 million to help us develop the grant program and to get it started. We're so grateful to them and to all of you who make donations. Again, we raise money twice a year. So the rest of the year, we're going to work like crazy to help you. But twice a year in June and the end of the year, we're going to ask you to pay it forward and make a donation. All right, Dr. Boones Words. Say each syllable with intent. Think about reaching to the end. Ready? Gu la gang ga ga. Gu la gang ga ga. Good job. Next one. Ku ka mangu ka. Ku ka mangu ka. Ready? Gangla. Gangla. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. All right, time for our bonus reading. If you need water, go ahead and get some. I really don't think I've talked too much about reaching towards the end. So when we do this bonus reading, think about that. Tell yourself, I've got to use intent at the beginning and all the way to the end. Here's the bell. And we are going to read South Boston St. Patrick's Day Parade. Is anybody practicing with us from Boston? We're going to read with intent. This is a lot more challenging. You can do it. If you get behind, you can always catch up with me at the next highlighted word because I exaggerate those words. Here we go. Bostonians were the first to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in North America. Okay, that's the speed. I might slow down just a little bit. Let's start over again. Ready? Bostonians were the first to celebrate St. Patrick's Day in North America. On March 17th, 1737, as a gesture of solidarity among the city's new Irish immigrants, Boston's Irish community joined together in festivities of their homeland to honor the memory of the patron saint of Ireland. Banquets and parades to celebrate the occasion became common, with Boston's early St. Patrick's Day parades occurring downtown. In 1901, the parade moved to South Boston, a neighborhood that was not only home to a robust Irish community, but was the site of Dorchester Heights, where the evacuation of British troops from Boston on March 17, 1776 was made possible and is commemorated. That is a mouthful. I'm out of breath. That was a real challenge. Download the reading material. Take what you learned during this session and practice, practice, practice. I hope you are enjoying now that you have access to the reading material for 5 days. On the top of the chat, you'll see today's reading material. But if you scroll down next to the recordings, you will see the reading materials for the previous 4 days. I really hope that's helping you. That was something we wanted to add. The more you practice, the better you'll get. Have a great day. Thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.